Hello everyone, welcome to Learning Academy Foundation from Mr. Andrea. Today I would like to show you about the Algebra 2 program. So the first section will be polynomial arithmetic. In this section, the students will explore the connection between polynomials and the integers through adding, subtracting, and multiplying polynomials. This prepares them for factoring and dividing polynomials and paves the way for complex modeling in fields like physics, engineering, and finance. The next section will be about complex numbers, where the students will learn what imaginary and complex numbers are, how to perform arithmetic operations with them, represent them graphically on the complex plane, and apply these concepts to solve quadratic equations in new ways. The next section will be about polynomial factorization, where the students will get equipped with a variety of key strategies for breaking down higher degree polynomials, from taking out common factors to using special products. They will build up a strong foundation to help them investigate polynomial functions and prove identities. The next section will be about polynomial division. After the students have added, subtracted, and multiplied polynomials, it's time to divide them. This will prove to be a little more sophisticated. It turns out that not every polynomial division results in a polynomial. When it doesn't, we end up with a remainder, just like with integer division. The next section will be polynomial graphs. In this section, the students will use everything that they know about polynomials in order to analyze their graphical behavior. Specifically, they will find polynomials zeros, in other words, x-intercepts, and analyze how they behave as the x values become infinitely positive or infinitely negative, in other words, end behavior. The next section will be about rational exponents and radicals, where the students previously learned about integer powers. So first positive and then also negative, but what does it mean to raise a number to the 2.5 power? In Algebra 2, we extend previous concepts to include rational powers. So the students will define how they work and use them to rewrite exponential expressions in various ways. The next section will be about exponential models, where the students will revisit exponential growth and decay. They will learn how to construct, interpret, and apply exponential functions to model a variety of real-world contexts, from modeling population growth and radioactive decay to interpreting interest rates. The next section will be about logarithms. So this where the students will see that the logarithms are the inverse of exponents. They allow us to solve challenging exponential equations, and they are a good excuse to dive deeper into the relationship between a function and its inverse. The next section will be about transformations of functions. The students can think graphs of absolute value and quadratic functions as transformations of the parent functions, absolute value of x and x squared. Importantly, they can understand this idea to include transformations of any function whatsoever. The fascinating concept allows the students to graph many other types of functions like square, cube root, exponential, and logarithmic functions. Next section will be about equations, where the students will tackle a greater variety of equations like rational and radical equations. They will see that sometimes they get solutions that aren't really solutions at all, called extraneous solutions. And they will also solve more advanced systems and learn how they can use graphs to estimate a solution for any kind of equation. The next section will be about trigonometry. The students will extend trigonometric ratios, sine, cosine, and tangent into functions that are defined for all real numbers. They might be surprised at how they can use the behavior of those functions to model real-world situations involving carnivore rights and planetary distances. The last section will be about modeling, where the students will dive even deeper into the world of modeling. They will take their knowledge about all the different function types they were exposed to so far and use it to model and analyze various phenomena from heart rates to business profits. That's all about Algebra 2 program. Thank you, students and parents, for your attention. You can find my contacts below in the slides or in the description. See you next. Bye.